report it. 0844 499 1000. Darren's on the line. Evening, Darren.
Oh. Hello?
Yes, Darren?
Hello.
You won't be on the line for much longer with that attitude.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was on speakerphone. I know you don't like speakerphone.
No. Or attitudes.
No. Sorry?
Nothing, Darren. What you got for us?
I haven't got attitude.
Well, that was attitude.
Yeah, that was because you give me attitude.
Well, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. When do I give you attitude?
Just don't use it.
No, I said, no, hang on. You started with attitude, and I...
No, I didn't. I said it was on speakerphone. Speakerphone.
Well, no, you started with attitude, and then I mentioned the attitude, and suddenly the attitude was cubed.
Yeah, the attitude often is
cubed
with you.
That's it.
If somebody doesn't like it.
That's what you just had then was...
I don't believe it. I've been on...
That's it.
I've been on the hold for 48 minutes, and then you give me this.
Well, no, I'm not giving you anything. You're giving me attitude.
Who was the first person to mention attitude?
You.
No, it wasn't. It was you.
Who was the first person to have attitude?
It wasn't attitude. What I was saying, it was on speakerphone, and I know you don't like speakerphone.
But those words.
When you was, I had it on speakerphone.
The words.
I turned it off.
First of all, the words are not attitudinal.
Iain, could you start an argument in an empty room?
The words. Well, this is fun, though, right?
Sorry?
You're getting genuinely angry now, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, because...
Yeah. The words were not attitudinal. It was the attitude.
What attitude? I just said...
That one there.
Turn it off.
There.
Because...
That one there.
Yeah, I've got it now.
That.
I've got it now.
Yeah, I know.
Because you've given me it.
No, I'm not giving you anything. You started with it. That's why I mentioned it.
Started with it. I just said, oh, my life. Who was that fella the other week? What was the guy the other week? He was talking to you and you just really went at him. Is it because you're tired?
Well, hang on a minute. Now.
Is it because have you got like a migraine?
No.
You've been saying all night.
Hang on a minute.
I was going to talk to you on your radio show about some really good things, and then you're the one with the attitude.
I've not got any attitude, Darren. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you mentioning the bloke from last week for? What's that got to do with anything?
Because it was... now you're doing it to me.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not... Well, you mentioned I had a go at some bloke. I'm not having a go at you. It's interesting. Exactly. It's your attitude. It's interesting that you think I'm having a go at you.
It's not my attitude. I was coming up with... I was calling in... I've been on hold for 48 minutes. Why would I
49,
have an attitude?
It was 49 minutes. It was 49 minutes.
Well, 49 minutes then.
Yeah.
Why are you arguing about 1 minute?
I'm not arguing. I'm just dependent. I like accuracy.
Okay. So straight away, my points have gone.
Well, but I've not done that. You've done that.
I haven't done nothing. Seriously, Iain, I don't know what's that guy. I remember that guy the other night.
What are you talking about? What guy?
That guy called in. Hang on, let me speak.
I'm letting you speak, but if you could just try and speak and make sense.
I'm talking, then you're speaking over me.
All right.
The guy the other night.
The attitude again.
He called from Texas.
Yeah.
And you really went at him. And I was thinking, this guy's just making a point about the BBC.
No, Darren. We were having a discussion. We were having a little bit of a radio.
No, because half an hour before that, a guy who was talking about he wants to kill people, he's basically a misogynist. You let him go. You let him walk away.
Right, that was
into the night.
Right. Well, but Darren.
You had a point about listen.
No, Darren. I tell you what, Darren. What do you do for a living?
What's that got to do with you?
Because I tell you what I'll do is I'll come to your job one day, and I'll tell you how to do your job because I don't have a clue how to do your job.
You won't, because when I'm in my job, I don't ask your input.
Right,
I don't phone you up
but
to ask your input.
But then I am my
input.
Yeah, but Darren,
in your job,
what is this attitude?
In your job,
it's the attitude again. I'm listening. I'm listening to the attitude. Right, but I'm not asking for your direction
until you started bloody having a go.
Have you had a tough day?
Well, I've had a tough day. I've had a tough life. What's got to do with you?
Well, because at the moment, your tough day and your tough life are being taken out on me.
No, because you started it. This is how arguments start.
I didn't start anything, Darren. You started it by having an attitude.
I didn't have an attitude.
And let's just go back. Let's just go back to the point. Let's just go back to the. I
took it off speakerphone, and then you had an attitude.
No, the attitude was the attitude. The attitude. No, I'm not. I've had a great day. I've had a great day. The attitude was
you said
snoring.
You were having a bad day.
The attitude.
You weren't feeling great.
No, I didn't say I was having a bad day.
And you're taking it out on me.
I didn't.
And you're taking out on other callers in the past.
Darren,
because I've listened to you.
Darren, I didn't say I'd had a bad day. I've had a great day. I'm tired. I've had a long day, but I've had a great day.
Oh, you're tired.
The snoring. It was the snoring. Was the snoring? So the snoring wasn't attitude.
I'm tired.
The snoring wasn't attitude.
The what?
The snoring at the start of the call. That wasn't attitude.
Who was snoring?
You were snoring at the start of the call.
I was not snoring. I was taking it off speakerphone.
It sounded like snoring to me.
And I said to you, I took it off speakerphone because in the past I've heard you saying, take it off speakerphone.
Okay.
I had it on speakerphone because I was on hold for 48
Darren,
minutes.
I don't know what your problem is. It was 49 minutes.
It's your attitude.
But I haven't got an attitude, Darren. I haven't got an attitude.
You have.
Well, I haven't got an attitude.
You've had it in the past. You've had it from the other, like that caller from Texas the other day. You had an absolute arsehole of an attitude.
Right, Darren, what's your language, buddy, all right? That's just watch.
Okay, sorry.
Just watch your language. It's the attitude again coming through.
See, saying that swearing is an attitude, it's not.
Okay. It shows a lack of intelligence. All right, that's fine. It's a lack of intelligence.
Okay.
Right.
Now,
so Darren, the argument with the fella about
somebody swears.
Darren, the lack.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot, Iain Lee. You're an idiot. You still there?
Yeah. I'm sorry, my alarm went off on my phone.
Okay, well, that's the idiot alarm, probably.
No, it was an alarm I set.
Yeah. We're idiots, like you.
Okay, where's this? Where is Darren? You've all right. You've really surprised me, mate.
No, because you're an idiot, Iain. You've had a go at me. And
I've not had a go. Darren, I've not had a go.
Radio show.
Darren,
don't listen to me.
I've not had a go. No, hang on a minute. Your fader's down now. I don't do that very often. I do that with very special callers who've got really bad attitudes. I've not had a go. Here we go. Let me see. The argument with the Texan, right? That was sport. That wasn't. We didn't fall out. That was sport. And
it didn't sound like that.
Well, no, because I'm good at my job.
Like you was horrible to him.
Well, that's how you interpreted it, Darren. But I'm good at my job, mate. I know what I'm doing, and that's why he will call back. Jonathan, who I'm assuming you're talking about, I didn't let him get away with anything. I picked him up on every single point.
You do. You always let him get away with it. You always, and then about half an hour later, you had that Texan who you just went for, and that guy, I don't know where he was, but when you just.
Right, hang on a second. Jonathan, Darren, calm down, mate. Calm down. You're embarrassing yourself. Jonathan.
I'm not embarrassing myself. I'm embarrassing you because you're an idiot.
Well, I'm not the one chucking out insults, mate. Jonathan.
Hello.
Hello, Jonathan. Do I let you get away with stuff?
No.
Okay, there you go, Darren.
Oh, okay. That's the argument gone then.
Well, yeah, because you're wrong.
You've got Jonathan on.
Well, you're wrong.
What about my perception as a listener?
Well, maybe you should stop listening, Darren, because it's obviously you're hearing a different show to the one that's being broadcasting. I'm not going to change, Darren. I'm not going to change the act for you, mate. So maybe you need to change the radio station because this is the act, dude. This is the show.
Yeah. Okay, is that your speak? I called in and waited 48 minutes to talk to you about something simple.
Right.
But you had an attitude.
I've not had an attitude. I've not had any attitude.
You had an attitude, and you keep saying this.
I've not called anyone an idiot.
What did you say at the beginning? Stop with the attitude.
Yeah, I didn't call anyone an idiot, Darren. You're the one that's throwing out insults willy-nilly.
Oh, already straight away.
Well, we're not already straight away. We've been talking now for 8 minutes, and you're the one that's calling me an idiot. And yet I'm still here talking to you.
I'm saying you're an idiot the way you perceive my call.
Oh, well, okay, but you're... All right, Darren. Well,
listen, we're going to go round and round and round.
Exactly. So I suggest you put.
You know that. I know that. So end the call, and I won't listen to your radio show, and I won't call you again. How's that?
That's perfect by me, buddy.
Brilliant.
Thank
well
you.
done.
Here we go. One more insult. Go on.
But Jonathan will ring forever.
Yep.
Spouting
and he's much more. He's much more. Well, mate, what's your language? Come on. He's much more interesting than you.
What's your language? Just use the dump button.
Well, no, I don't want to use the dump button, Darren. But I will do if you keep swearing.
Well, what I've said the S word and I've said the B word. That ain't, you know what I mean, ain't going to shut down the radio station.
No, but there are rules. But Darren, first of all, there are rules, and secondly,
there are rules. I understand that. I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. So what?
I'm not an idiot.
Well, okay, mate. You're not an idiot, and I'm an idiot. But you're the one that's been on the phone for an hour.
How the hell has this even come to the situation?
I've got no idea,
I was talking about Stranger Things.
I've got no idea, mate. It's come from nowhere.
It come from you.
Don't get so excited.
Excited? See, you demean everything. You do it all the time. You demean something. When people get excited or get angry.
Darren, I've not said anything. Well, I don't know what you're going on about.
You started with that attitude, not me.
Okay, fine, but you're still on the phone and you're getting really excited.
Apologise then.
For what?
For having an attitude when somebody's been waiting on for 48 minutes, 49 minutes. I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry for whatever it is that you felt I've done wrong.
You ain't sorry.
Well, no, you've told me to apologise for something, and I've apologised, and you're still not happy, Darren. You're insatiable.
Oh, insatiable? Well, I've never been called that before. But
no. Go and look it up. It's a good word.
Yeah, no, I understand the meaning.
Oh, okay, right,
fine. This is what you do as well. You do that as well. You just go, I'll come out with a big word.
Okay. Well, insatiable's not a big word, Darren. If you think it is, you probably need to go and read some bigger words, mate. It's not a big word.
Well, I could call you a 4-letter word, but, I won't. I'll just call off.
Okay, bye-bye. Oh, man alive. What happened there? Oh, man alive. 08444 499 1000.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
This one totally goes to my outfit. Shall I try it on?
What was that about? What happened there?
The designer.
It must be French.
Actually, it's Yaris. How can I help?
How much is this one?
£159.